The votes are in, and America now has the greatest congressional campaign ever. Stephen Colbert's sister, Elizabeth Colbert-Busch, versus South Carolina Governor Mark Sanford, who won the Republican nomination tonight and made political history in his victory speech by thanking the woman who was his mistress during his governorship and is now his very helpful fiancée, though even he has admitted she is not nearly as helpful politically as his former wife was.
I thank you, I guess, to my fiancée Belen, who's right here behind me, for her long suffering as she put up with me being on the road for more than just a few months, and I thank you for that as well.
Eugene Robinson, you're from South Carolina. WTF here? Explain this to me. How did it come to this?
I so love this. You know, I spent 4 years in Buenos Aires. I am just loving this so much. You know, here's all you need to know about this race. The Post and Courier, the Charleston newspaper, sent out reporters to interview voters at the polls. They couldn't find very many. The turnout was very light, but they found a few. They found one woman who said she voted for Mark Sanford because, quote, I believe in recycling. And so I thought that was just, that perfectly summed it up. To me, it brought to mind perhaps a plastic water bottle discarded alongside the Appalachian Trail.
Well, if she believes in recycling, she is Mark Sanford's most liberal voter. Dick Harpootlian, you're down there watching this thing. The polls, it looked like Elizabeth Colbert-Busch polled better against Mark Sanford than against the other possible Republican. Is this a good outcome for her?
I think it is, because it's a very clear, very distinct, very contrasted choice. So on one hand, we have a businesswoman who's been success in business, hadn't been in politics, who is beloved in the community. And then on the other hand, we have a guy who has lied to South Carolina time and time again. You know, none of the Republicans, especially Bostic, the most recent opponent, ran any negative television or radio. And I think you're going to see independent expenditures and the Colbert-Busch campaign and the Democratic Party peeling the bark off of him, and it's so easy to do.
Eugene, the National Democrats have a decision to make about how much money to try to pump into this race. Where do you think the outcome will be on that?
Well, it's worth putting a few bucks in, to tell you the truth. I mean, normally you'd think of this deep in South Carolina as basically a Republican district, and you'd say we're a hard time winning this one. But against Mark Sanford with Colbert-Busch, who's a very good candidate, I think they're gonna end up putting some money into it and seeing if they can steal the seat. And
Dick Harpootlian, does Stephen Colbert help or hurt if he comes down to the district?
Well, he helps because he is a state treasure. They love him in Charleston. They love him throughout the state. He's been great for the state. He's a great, through his comedy, he's great to the state of South Carolina. He's raising money for Elizabeth, and you know, I think he's a big, big plus, and I think she's going to win this thing.
Elizabeth does have a higher approval rating than Stephen, though. Eugene Robinson and Dick Harpootlian, thank you both for joining me tonight.
Thanks.
Thank you.